Still on the network function for one port network. The question says we are to obtain the driving point impedance function Z. And you have to take note that to start with this problem, we have to first convert it to S domain. So you have to take note of this. R, it is always R, and L, it is always SL, and C, it is always 1 over S of what? Of C. So you have to take note, this 2 ohm will now be, I have 2 ohms, it will become 2, and I have 3 H, it will now become what? 3S, and also I have 2H, it will now become also 2S, and I have 2F, it will now become 1 over 2S. So you have to take note of on how to convert to S domain. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I have to first say that let Z1S be 2 plus what? The first branch, 2S. What is this 2 plus 2S? This 2 ohm now become 2, and this 2H now become 2S. So I'm just going to start with this 2 parallel, this one and this. So after dealing with this parallel, at the end I'll come and add it in series with this 2 ohm and this 3H. So then I have to say Z2, which is this, Z2 of S will now be 2 plus 1 over 2S. So then I have to say ZP, because they are in parallel, so this should now be equals to ZP, which is the point impedance. I'll say Z1S multiplied by Z2S divided by Z1S plus Z2S. I said this parallel to this. So this will now become, I'll have 2 plus 2S multiplied by 2 plus 1 over 2S, also divided by 2 plus 2S plus 2 plus 1 over 2S. So you have to take note of that. And I have to first solve the numerator. I will say 2 multiplied by 2, I'll get 4, and also plus what? Plus 2 multiplied by 1 over 2S. So at the end 2 will go with 2. I will left with only 1 over S. So 1 over S. So also I will say plus 2S multiplied by 2. I will get plus 4S. And then I will say plus 2S multiplied by 1 over 2S. At the end I'll have 1. So this will now be equals to this. I'll have 4 plus 1, I'll have 5 plus what? Plus this 4S, I'll say 4S, and also plus what? Plus this 1 over S, so I'll say 1 over S. So this is what? This is the numerator. So I need to have some space. So I'll now say 5 S plus what? Plus 4S plus 1 over S divided by this. So if I am to solve this, 2 plus S, this is the same thing as 2 plus 2S plus 2 plus 1 over 2S. 1 over 2S. So 1 over 2S. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is that I have to first take a look and see what will be the LCM. So LCM will be 2s. So I will now say 2s will be my LCM. So 2s into 1, because I have 1 here, I have divided by 1, also divided by 1. 2s into 1, it will give me the same thing as 2s, so I have to multiply by what? By the upper numerator, which is 2. And also for this, and also for this. So it will now become 2s multiplied by 2. I'll get 4s. I'll have 4s, and also plus 2s multiplied by 2s, I will have 4s squared, also plus 2s into 1. Okay, sorry, 2s multiplied by what? By this 2, because 2s into this 1, it will give me what? 2s multiplied by 2, I'll get what? I'll get 4s. So I'll say 4s plus what? 2s into this 2s, because LCM it is 2s, and also into this 2s, so then it will give me 1 multiplied by this 1, I'll get only 1. So this will now be equals to, also I have to take the LCM of this. What will be the LCM? LCM will be s. So all this is divided by 1 divided by 1. So I'll just multiply s by what? By this 5s and this 4s. So I'll have 5s squared plus what? S squared. But there is one thing that I need you to know. Like, I made a mistake. This 5s will not be supposed here, because it is only 5. Because don't forget, I said, if you could remember, I said 2 plus 2s multiplied by 2 plus 1 over 2s. So this and this, I'll get 4. This and this, I'll get only plus 1 over s, and also plus this and this, I'll get 4s. This and this, I'll get 1. So this and this, it will give me 5, and also plus 1 over s plus what? Plus 4s. So this is what I get. I have 5, so this is 5, this is 4s, this is 1 plus what? 1 plus. So this is supposed to be only 5. I'm sorry for that. Please, I'm sorry. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I have to delete the squared. There is no any squared here. So then I have to say this s, I have to say this s into this s, it will give me 1, and multiply by this 1. So I'll say plus 1. So let me have some space. So then I have to say divide it by, but I have to put the 4s square first. 4s square, and then plus 4s plus 4 divided by what? Divided by 2s. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is that if I divide this is the same thing as saying 2 bracket what? Bracket 4s squared plus what? Plus 5s plus 1, and then divide it by 4s squared plus 8s plus what? Plus 1. So then I have to say the z s will now be, I have to add this, and then I will say 2 plus 3s plus this. It will now be 2, which is 4s squared plus 5s plus 1, divided by 4s squared plus 8s plus 1. So I have to delete this. So now the next thing that I'm going to do here is that I have to just simplify this. I have to add this with this. So how can I do that? So I can simply say I have 4s squared at the what? At the denominator as 8s plus 1, and then I have to keep this. I'll say 2 plus 3s, and then I have to multiply it by this. Okay, sorry, I have to multiply it by this. It will now be 4s squared plus 8s plus 1, and then I have to add it by this, and I will say 2 bracket 4s squared plus 5s plus what? Plus 1. So I have to get this point. So what will be the next thing that I'm going to do? I have to first solve this. So if I say this multiplied by this, I'll get 8s squared. This multiplied by this, I'll get plus 8 times 2, it will give me 16. 16 what? 16s. So I'll have 16x. Again, multiplied by this, I'll have plus 2. Plus this multiplied by this, I'll get 12s, but power of what? Of 3. I have to say plus this multiplied by this. 8 multiplied by 3, I'll get 24. So 24s squared plus what? And I'll have 3s multiplied by 1. I'll have only what? Only 3s. So I hope you get this point. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is that I have to say I have s square, 24s square, and also I have what? I have 8s square. So at the end, I'll say 12s power 3 plus this plus this plus this. I'll get 32s squared. 32s squared plus what? Plus 4s, s and s. I'll have 19. 19s, and then I have to say plus what? Plus 2. I have 2. So don't forget, I have to put this in brackets. So the next thing is this. So I have to say plus this 2 multiplied by this, I will get 8s squared plus this multiplied by this, I'll get 10s plus this multiplied by 1, I'll have 2. Close the brackets. So don't forget, I have my what? My denominator, which is 4s squared plus 8s plus what? Plus 1. So divide it by 4s squared plus 8s plus what? Plus 1. So you have to take note that this is positive sign, so I can add them. So I'll first have 12s power 3 because it is only itself, plus s square and s square. It will give me 40. 32 plus 8, I'll have 40s squared plus, for only s, I have 19, I have 10, so I'll have 29. 29s. Also plus what? I'll have 2 and 2, so I'll have 4. And also divide it by 4s squared plus 8s plus 1